Making your way to what looks to be a pool of clear water in front of a giant 30-foot-high stone with 4 missing segments at the base of it. Pooping through his fear and turning it into courage, he surveys the land behind on top of the Shambler, and you can see in the very center mass of the Shambler this electrical field, and looking out over that point you can see sort of ruins, columns sticking up, creating the most semblance of an actual structure that you've seen on this Shambler. On its left shoulder, not quite reaching the height that you're at right now, but it's almost like this black ooze is dripping over the Titanus Shambler's arm and sort of seeping down. On the back right hip is the largest mass of tentacles that you've seen. Let's head in that direction. Across through this mass of tentacles, there's that blue beacon, and there's electricity forming around it as it looks like 2 tentacles are wrapped around a piece of stone, and it picks you up and throws you into the center.
Oh no!
At the end of the minute, the sphere disperses, and you just shoot forward and slide to the feet of your comrades with one of the stone. You insert the stone, the seams seal up, and the stone itself seems to smooth out. You can see that this blackness is very reminiscent of what the black puddings are made up of. And you can see that there are many different black puddings inside of this liquefied rot. And at the very end is a stone, but it's enveloped in what looks to be the largest black pudding that you've seen in a while.
Tim, it's time. Light him up!
Going towards it.
Shit, dog. Wild Surge got a 20.
The primary black pudding is sending puddings flying at you, and Fireball is meeting them as they burn disintegrate in the air and fall to your feet. As you're jumping over the rock, dodging them. Fireball.
I grabbed the stone.
There is more of a sense of calm in this area than when the stones were separated previously.
Alright, which one's next?
Northeast.
Okay.
Square!
Taking the long
Go ahead and make a survival check. I should have been doing this the entire time, as there's
Just adding these
the
new
natural,
checks.
There's the natural danger
Yeah,
of the tentacles.
oh, natural survival. What?
Oh. I got a 5.
It's wisdom? God
5.
damn it. 13.
I tripped hardcore on some rocks.
A natural one?
Goddamn.
See what you just did now? A whole new complexity.
So hold on. Okay, so what did you get?
A 13.
Having surveyed your surroundings and navigated this before, and especially having more of an acute awareness of the tentacles around you, you make sure to have a wide berth around any potential dangers, and you spot most things in the distance in your path, and you navigate around them. Farkir, what'd you get? You just happen to have terrible luck on this short journey across the Titanus Shambler. You step into a black pudding and take 4 points of acid damage. You are caught gazing off into the distance, thinking about who these new allies or beings are that you've accompanied or decided to accompany, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as a tentacle smacks you upside the head walking past it. And that's about it on your way there.
Mar,
Tim, what
pay
did you get?
attention. What are you doing, my friend?
Tim, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
You also take you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you're wondering what you said wrong to Teraphim that she doesn't seem that into you. Just lost in thought on your way to the next piece of stone.
Failure has just struck me in the head.
No, not failure. A tentacle has
Okay.
smacked you on your way, weaving in and out of these dead
But
trees.
I associate
that-
it with my failure.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like you are now, associating a physical pain to what happened previously, and it's making it even more of a reality that she's just not into you, man. Thunky, what'd you get?
5.
A 5, yeah. 1 point of acid damage as you hear this, as a black pudding almost jumps from one of the dead trees, and you turn your head just in time for it to just barely nick your shoulder as you spin away from it. And Teraphim, I guess. She has to.
Look into the eye as it fart bubbles.
19. She's just expertly walking through all of the different obstacles and through the trees. Okay, so approaching this northeast haunch, the back left leg appendage of the Titanus Shambler, you are coming across ruins. It seems like one corner of a very old structure is still in place. It is the corner facing you guys. It's what these two walls are right here.
The barracks?
And the stone ground after the wall on the opposite side of you guys is more in shape now than in any other area on this Titanus Shambler, resembling slightly the spire that you first went to. And you can see a combination of flickering red and blue lights coming from the opposite side of one of the cracked doorways.
Charge it. Just kidding. Do I see any silver armor?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Perception Hercheck.
15.
You peek your head through the door and you see a what looks to be a giant humanoid electrical storm. It's 10 feet tall, and you are familiar with this. This is an elemental. This is a lightning elemental, and it just seems to be gazing into this fire. Its back is facing you, and you see a singed corpse in the corner to the left. You can barely make out its feet. It's much smaller than yours, as it's not moving at all in the corner to the left.
Can I make out any gear the skeleton the thing has on it?
It's casual clothing. Its hands are out like this with will look to be a journal in it.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna peek my way back up and be like, guys, there's a elemental electricity. Big.
Well,
I don't know. Only one way to kill it, though.
How's that?
You attack it with an axe.
Oh, okay.
you can see again the stone just sort of floating inside of it and spinning around. It's pulsing electrical energy out in each direction.
I can use my shield on you again. If you wanna. It doesn't sound smart, but
Oh, you also heard muttering.
Oh, I also heard chatter.
It sounded like a gnomish voice.
Like a gnomish voice. Like that one gnome we had with us that one time.
was it in Gnomish?
I don't know gnomish.
I know Gnomish. Can I get as close as I can?
Roll a perception check.
What? That's a 19.
No. Oh, that is a 19. 20. not natural. Sorry.
Trying to even get a slight glimpse of what Hercheck was talking about. You look around and you can hear a gnome voice. It sounds like it's coming from the direction of you. You put a picture to what Hercheck was talking about now, and you can see the storm element, what it's called. And you hear,
Oh, such a pretty flame, yes. Oh, if only I could find her again, that flaming, beautiful body of hers. Ah, if I could glimpse but one piece of her fiery beauteance once more. Ah, we could be together now. I know it. I know we could.
and it's just like muttering about it being together, this flame being her love.
Maybe it's the elemental. Teraphim? I'm hearing the mutters of a gnome obsessing about being together with this, what sounds like maybe a fire elemental. Does that sound familiar to you?
Like to leave these things. No. Why would a gnome be? Why would a gnome want to be together with a fire elemental? It doesn't make any sense.
Let's stick my head in. Hello?
Wait.
You see the storm para elemental stiffen up a little bit and turn its massive shoulders towards you. And he goes,
Hello. What brings you here? I've been trapped up here for quite some time. Have you seen a fiery mistress anywhere around here? She's got to be around here somewhere. I would do anything for information about her. To see her again, I would give up all everything that I own.
What's it saying?
"Oh yeah, you
Have
don't
you-
understand. It's just like,
Hold on, Hercheck. Let me talk to him. And Thunky, I think you can talk to him as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as they're talking, slowly move over casually to the stone.
the stone is inside of it.
In the elemental?
Yeah.
Still.
Okay.
Slowly.
Have you always been an elemental?
Oh no, I was like you once. Well, not exactly like you, but not like this, anyway.
This place seems familiar to me. What was it? What was it? Before it was a
This.
shambling mound.
Well, you've got me. I always came here to gaze at her. The light that would dazzle me from afar. Somehow I got trapped up here, and then wondrously I turned into this thing. Maybe we could be together now. Element versus element, cascading through each other, experiencing ecstasy
Okay.
unknown
Alright.
to mortal
Okay.
flesh.
Please.
What's
who
it
is
saying?
This flame that you speak of that you used to come here and look at.
I never brought up the courage to actually talk to her, but I have witnessed her dancing many a time.
What if I could tell you that I could bring you this fiery warmth that you seek?
There is this scourge of electrical energy that just shoots outward in excitement as he almost grows 2 more feet, and the electrical energy that maintained his form sort of gets more wild and chaotic, and he gets closer to you and almost right up to your face. He says,
Whoa! Back up now.
Do you know where she is?
I've felt her since I've been on the top of this mound. Have you not felt her?
No, I've just
Here.
been gazing.
Let me call her forth. And then I'm going to slowly cast close your eyes. Please close your eyes for me. I don't want your electricity to go wild. I think this will help. Now picture her.
Tim, what if we need him to get that other stone in the electricity field?
How about this?
He
If
goes.
you help us, I'll help
You
you.
want this stone? Why, I would give it to you without a second thought if you would but reunite me with my love.
I am a pyromancer. I can speak to the flames. And I think that this flame that you speak of has been speaking with me since I have been, or trying to commune with me since I've been on this mound.
What?
Why
If
would
you
she-
help us,
why would
I
she
will
commune
help
A little
with
you.
you?
elemental?
I think she's
I
trying
have
to
no
talk
idea.
to you,
I was thinking that's a name.
but she cannot.
If you bring her to me, I will release this stone without a second thought.
All you have to do is go into that electric field and retrieve the stone inside of it, and I will show you the light.
Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
1 point of luck.
You also have the inspiration dice from last time.
I'm gonna use that.
Again, you don't have to roll that.
Wow.
Wow. 4 rolls.
Yeah, you can. What's your roll? What's your highest roll? A natural 20?
Yep.
Wow, my highest was 17.
That's not bad.
Oh, 17. Well, I'll get right back to you. There's not much else other than there's a charred gnome in the corner of the room with what looks to be a quill, and it's just like off. His quill arm is off in one random direction, and his left arm has a journal in it, and he's just a charred husk. And it doesn't seem like the storm. What's it? Yes, you may. As he is walking off and doing that, he goes,
There is another stone like this one, and you want me to retrieve it for you? And you will bring her to me?
This is true.
A small price to pay. Point in the direction, and it shall be yours. And she shall be mine.
Can I go over to the charred bot? Can I go grab the journal? Is there a journal?
I'm pointing in the direction.
Can he talk?
"Oh,
My character is made to point.
And he follows you. He doesn't pay attention to anybody else. He just rushed past. I would actually like Hercheck and Thunky, and I'll do Terraform as well to make a dexterity saving throw. As this mass just breaks its way through the what'd you roll? A 1. You are thrown across the room as he just doesn't even think, and he shoulders you out of the way, and you slam into the back, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of electric damage as yeah, you're just forced and feel the force of the wall slam, or sorry, whatever, you hit the wall. And what'd you get?
10.
10. Same thing. You are actually thrown into one of the tentacles, and it just smacks you down to the ground. As you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of electric damage. As it, again, without a second thought, just goes past, and Terraform just gets out of the way and lets him go past her. And he goes,
That over there?
and he points towards the dome of electrical energy.
Wait, what? This is a stone, Rummy. Oh yeah, that is true. Good call.
Okay. Sorry, I was gonna sneeze. Yes, that's it. Please get it, and I will help you.
A deal is a deal. How long will it take to get her to me once I retrieve it?
I don't think very long at all. It feels like she's been waiting a long time and would like very much to reunite with you.
Again, he sort of flares up a bit and rushes into the electrical radius, and the electric energy is just like the Hercheck's weapon and Thunky's spear starts leaping at him and joining him, and he gets larger and larger as he goes into this area, and he just picks up the stone and comes back as he's getting larger and larger. Now he's about 17 feet tall as he leaves, and he comes up to you, slowly shrinking back to his original size. And he just plops it down on the ground, and it's just electrical spirals just coming off of the stone.
I'm not picking this one up.
What is your name?
My name is Warble. Warble Wafflin.
Warbler Wafflin.
Warbler. Warbler.
Warble.
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 Thank you very much.
I can keep my name in this form, can I not?
You may. Now, as promised, I will reunite you with the light that you seek. It is a dangerous process. We must back up. You can keep the stone there with you, but we have to back up. Trust me.
And then Terraform goes up to you and she whispers, "Have you actually seen the being that he's speaking of?"
Just back up.
And her eyes go wide, and she backs up real far. And you see her start to cast a spell on herself.
While that's happening, what's going on with the animate dead?
It goes. No, it doesn't even shake its head. That was me just saying it doesn't talk. It is a mindless, soulless husk. Okay. Again, just this like limp arm smacking it. As this in your periphery, this blue light shines. As this is in the meantime, the storm para element is going through and retrieving the stone. It just like smacks it off on its charred pantalones, and it might take you a little while to read. I'm sending it through Messenger.
This would be a good time for a break.
Yeah, we can take a short break right now. I will send it to you momentarily. How did Oh, you guys all backed away. You guys backed away really far.
Just not taking any chances.
Okay, so you got the message. Tim, tricked, maybe not, just convinced Warble to Warble Wafflin, the gnome turned storm para-elemental, into going into the electrical field. Oh, as he pulled the stone from the central holding place in that electrical perimeter, the field dampened a little bit and is just more of a mild cascading of electrical energy throughout the area. And so the stone is at Warble's feet that he got, and the second and last stone is inside of Warble, and Tim is now backing away as he summons his his fiery love mistress, whoever it may be.
Good job, Warble. Thank you so much.
You already said you're gonna summon her, and you guys are all backing away now.
Yes, I need you. I need you clear of objects as well. Can you take a few steps forward for me? Assuming he's facing me.
Yeah.
So this is him?
Mm-hmm. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Right there, Warbo. That's good. Okay, now close your eyes. I do not want what happened last time, where the electricity spiked out and hurt my friends. I don't think you want that either. Close your eyes and picture her hugging you, embracing you in her warmth. And I'm going to raise raise my hands and essentially cast Fireball as a concentration. If I can slowly roll it out as to like butter him up with warmth and then slowly,
Murder.
like swirl it around him, the warmth as his heat's getting turned up, and then
What the
Fireball.
You have Fireball? I thought you said that you don't have Fireball as a spell.
I do. As well, according to this, and this is where I leveled up my character to level 6. I'm assuming this is Word of Truth. This being D&D Beyond.
Okay. Varkir and Hercheck, you see through the broken stone passageway on the opposite side, Tim muttering something to Warble, and he starts backing away, and you see Tim just doing the gesture of no, you stay there. I'll be back here. You stay there. I'll be back here.
What are they doing?
And I want you to roll an Arcana check to see how well you can control this fire. Your ultimate goal, no matter what, is it to kill him?
I'm just trying to give him a lot, fire. This seems to be what he's looking for. And if that's not what he's looking for, well then hopefully it kills him.
Okay.
That's my intention. 20.
Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Okay, using your pyromancy that you've gained, all the knowledge and experience that you've gained over the years, no matter how wild and crazy and almost untamed it's been, right now you harness all of it and you make this ball of fire come into being, and you elongate it and send it forward, and it's almost dancing and hopping around as it starts to swirl around him. And at this point he feels the heat and he can't help but open his elemental eyes, and you see his arms go up in the air as he's just excited, and the fire swirling around him, and they combine in this storm vortex of fire electrical energy as it gets larger and larger. And he starts giggling. You hear this thunderous as it's just a slamming of thunder and fire together, and he is ecstatic. And you see you see the stone get thrown from him, and you hear him go, You came for me, didn't you? You saw me there. Oh, you knew that I was watching you the whole time. And his energy just falls and disperses as the stone leaves him, and it rolls to your feet, and the fire is still there, just like dancing, and you're trying to figure out what just happened as he effectively killed himself by throwing the stone away from his body. And yeah, there you go. With that natural 20, it just
murder. Bar, what does that book say, Bar?
Couldn't have been better.
I'm gonna
What'd you
drink
find over
another
there?
pint of beer.
I wouldn't go up to that fire.
Does anybody know elemental or celestial? You know celestial? Okay, then it is it roughly translates to it's got a little bit of elemental and celestial mixed into it, but it roughly translates into Kusuth, which Kusuth, which you are roughly familiar is a deity over the domain of fire, and it's Kuthus or Kusuth. Light the ember of my soul and guide me to some place. And that's what that translates to. Your minion won't be able to speak anything. Okay.
I'm just watching this. What are you doing? It's fire. Figured it out.
Go ahead and roll a performance check to see how well you can pronounce these words as your minion just wobbles
Evil
over.
Dead
We'll get
scenario.
back to the 2 stones shortly.
Squada, bada.
Performance, charisma.
Is that like an Evil Dead?
Yeah. Yeah, it is Evil Dead situation.
A 6. As your undead minion gets within a few feet of the flame and you finish your pronunciation, the flame shoots outward and engulfs him and almost brings him into the fire, and you see the legs squirming. It's going and just turns him to cinders.
No!
The flame goes out immediately afterwards.
Ha!
And it's broken. The stones have fell apart as soon as the fire jumped outward.
The Lord of Light. I walk outside with him. What happened to the elemental?
He found what he was looking for. I'm just glad it all worked out.
Oh, what happy! I love happy endings.
Yeah, I was very happy. Very, very happy.
I'm gonna grab this stone.
I'm gonna grab this stone.
Both of you make wisdom saving throws.
God
Oh,
damn
shit.
it, Magnus.
It's not gonna go away. You knew.
10.
10. Wow. You take 3 points
Ow.
of electric damage on your way back to the primary stone.
Sure. 4.
And I'm gonna set it down right over here, and then I'm gonna move out of the way for Tim. You said 3 points?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I failed.
You take 1 point of electric damage
Stop
as you
it.
you barely replicate what you managed to accomplish last time by taming the stones.
All right, well, and that's stone.
Man, you guys are spending a lot of time
I write it.
Hey, props
coming
are
up
there
with
for
an
a
accurate
reason.
story for those minis.
I'm gonna take each stone one by one and walk it across this little piece of. Try to make sure my mic is still. It is on. I'm gonna walk it across the piece of land right here, and ooh, goddamn. Find just where this one fits in. Bloop.
And then I'm gonna go back for the other stone. Pick it up, take it, and ooh, fits in ever so nicely.
Boss fight.
Trying to find an appropriate song.
Battle.
I'm gonna back
music?
up.
The most epic song that I can find.
Epic battle music. Sensing some battle. Ooh, Hercheck senses danger. Ooh, senses bones. Ooh.
So as you insert the third stone, the surge of electrical energy in the pond courses through once more, and the silhouette appears stronger now. You can barely make out the shape of an elderly man hunched over with this unbelievably long beard made out of electrical energy. The third stone gets set, and the entire pond lights up with an electrical sheen of blue and surges in and completes the silhouette as the stone now perfectly resembles the face. The 30-foot stone resembles the face of the central sort of lightning silhouetted figure, and the eyes, the stone eyes as well as the silhouette's eyes, are flaring blue. And when the last piece of electrical energy slams into him and forms the silhouette, the figure sort of like jumps outward in every direction, definitely resembling an older man now with this huge, almost cartoonishly large staff. And he goes, where are you? You blue-haired vixen, I'll get you. What has happened here? What seems to have transpired? She seems to have gotten the better of me.
Hello.
Who are you all?
I'm going to cast friends on him.
As you wave your hands, there's no effect. It's almost as if it disperses immediately out of your hand.
Oh, fuck.
I am Hercheck, Bane of the Orange Obliterate.
I've never heard of you. What?
Or have
It
you?
seems, though, that I have you all to thank for putting me back together.
Yes, we did that.
But not complete yet, it seems. She bested me, the blue-haired wench. We fought through the skies over mountains, shattering peaks in our wake, but she pulled something unexpected out, sealing me here. Have you seen this woman?
What was her name?
I know not. She appeared as an essence and walked away as a physical form.
Doesn't ring a bell.
She had a blue feather sticking out of her ear.
Have I met this person before? Can I do a remembering check?
Yeah.
Can we all do that?
What am I adding to this?
The blue hair doesn't quite strike you because this world is filled with people with, it's like an anime, it's filled with people with blue hair. But the blue crystal feather that he mentions in her ear does bring familiarity to your mind. And when you're at Duke Shorn's manor, the woman who found the gecko first and crushed it in her grip had a blue crystal feather, and you have not seen her since.
Jesus, going all the way back to there, huh?
She must have needed a powerful soul to complete the spell she did. I feel sorry for whatever creature she found.
Hi. My name's Tim. Why were you fighting?
I am a vagabond storm, so it were, and she just came across me, or I came across her. I think it was destiny that brought us together. I know she wanted to seal me for a purpose, though I know not which.
What is your name?
My name is Rahom, God of Thunder.
And as to punctuate that statement, the cloud above shoots down lightning in every direction. And the storm above grows larger and then pacifies.
That's awesome. How could you have lost to her?
She did not match me in power. I was having a bit of a spar with her at first, but then she pulled out something tricky and unexpected. I imagine she's more wily than you're going to anticipate.
I would like to help you right now, but we've been on a mission to rid this forest of, actually the mound that we're standing on right now. And I'm wondering how you got mixed up in this.
And Teraphim steps in and she goes, "You have been a plague across this land, creating shambling mound after shambling mound that has been destroying all of the life." And Rahum at this sort of thinks, or his stare goes blank as though he's thinking, and he goes,
It seems that I have had an adverse effect on this place.
Teraphim walks up to him, and she pulls out a vial that has some residue left over, and you guys recognize the same vial. And she looks at you guys and she said, "When we went back last time, Kunbara gave this to me to see what I would think of it. I could not make heads or tails. Perhaps this god would know." And she holds it up to him and she goes, "Rahum, is this familiar to you at all? Can you tell us of the origin?" And electrical sparks gather around the vial and bring it to him, and it hovers in circles around him. And he goes,
Some of the puzzle pieces align themselves, it seems. Has the debt I owe to you, both the destruction of this land and you having saved me, I will reveal to you the knowledge that this stirs. She seems to have killed two birds with one stone, sealing me away here and using my power to desolate the land. She didn't want something found here, and that something seems to be a plant that is the antidote for this. Plant called Nosha.
and Teraphim goes, "That was the hardest herb that I had ever cultivated. It took years. We wouldn't be able to get it now."
There is another place in the mountains of Gragnar where you can find such a vial. In the land of giants.
Does this place have a name, or is it called the Land of Giants?
I had forgotten the name.
Stop Town. I mean, Giant Town.
So that vial is the poison that has poisoned the king?
Poison the king, you say, is in danger? It has been a while since I have graced this land with my thunderous power. This is no mere poison that he is afflicted with. It is called Balthiel's Wither. It is not a poison, it is not a disease. who you have happened upon and might have involved yourself with is more powerful than you might understand. Balthiel's wither is more of a curse. It rips the soul from a living body and drags it down into the underworld. The body still lives after the transition, though it is but a conscienceless husk.
So you're saying he's done for? There's no use trying to save him?
It takes a while. If you act quickly, you may yet save him. But I would start preparing for the event that he is lost to you all.
Okay.
He must be protecting something of vast importance. This Orenvale nation.
Well, can you take us to the land of giants?
You have regained my spirit, but I am not whole. I won't be whole until one of you reunites my spirit, brings it to one of my temples across the land, and uses my power that I may gift unto you. There, reincarnating me into my original form. Only one of you can hold this power, though all of you may drink of it.
And he looks at you, Hercheck, and he goes,
You have the scent of Regentia on you, my sister, mistress of the blackened skies. You might be an appropriate vessel for my power.
and then he looks at you, Tim.
He goes, Tim, what you told me. Wild and untamed magic flows through you, entangled roots of immense power. You might make an appropriate vessel as well, for you remind me of me.
I am a bit crazy.
And he looks at you, Varkir, and he goes,
There is no scent on you which worries me, so I would not think you an appropriate vessel for my power. Of course you do. And you, a skilled artisan with an unpredictable soul and lineage. Another reminder of me, though I'm not sure you'd be able to handle my power, though it stirs me so to think what you might do with it.
Probably destroy it by accident.
Confidence-inducing, this group.
and he looks at Terrapin and he goes,
A gentle, yet taut soul, not of a vagabond nature. I wouldn't imagine you will find my temple.
and Terrapin just shakes her head, as if to confirm.
So decide amongst yourselves who would hold this. I will give to you a piece of my power, a representation of me, that you may use but once every 7 moon cycles.
Every week? God damn.
Question for you guys. Your resurrection, does it connect to all planes during your resurrection, or does it just resurrect you?
Wait, what?
Would his resurrection just resurrect you if they
Is your mic on? Oh.
He's just talking.
Everybody seemed to be
Yeah.
smaller now.
Yeah, seem to be pretty low now.
It wasn't always low. Okay. Sorry.
Tim, I think you should take this power. Maybe spice up your spice.
Well, I do like lightning. a lot.
And though I am engulfed in it, I think it'll help you out with your spells or whatever you do with your crazy magic. You witch.
I like to be out of control.
He's a
Lightning is the hardest.
He's a wild one, Mr.
Grinch.
Timsh.
You are.
And Teraphim actually walks up and she goes, "Before we decide to help you, to help reincarnate you, you must help me reinvigorate this land. Your tainted power is what's responsible for its withering. Hopefully, your conscious power will help be responsible for its rejuvenation." Teraphim seems to always bleed into the other characters.
He goes, "I will help you in what way I can. It should speed up the process, but you certainly won't make it in time for your king's demise."
Teraphim just goes, "The land is what's most important to me. He is such a king of magnificence, but he is not aiding us now."
'Cause he's in bed, Terry.
Well, let's get on with it.
And with that, the storm cloud above and the rock behind, the eyes light up, and you can see an electrical webway in the cloud light up as well, and his silhouette lights up, and the 3 points connect, and the staff that was in his hand materializes into a physical form above him as the different directions of lightning are crashing together, and it spirals down towards you, and the tip aims at you, and he goes,
Are you ready?
Oh god.
Take me.
and with the sound of the storm behind him and surrounding you, you hear this as the staff pierces through you and explodes in this electrical energy, and it wraps itself around you. And you can feel it in every molecule of your body, as you've got, similar to a genasi, just this web way of lightning veins all around you, like this tattoo on every portion of your body, and it sinks in and gravitates to one spot. You can feel it inside of you. Where'd you like it?
In the butt.
Well, yeah, there is some brown that's in the mix as well. But I'm gonna say my chest.
Okay, all of the pieces collect into one area, and you can feel it sort of flare out just over your heart. And you look down, and there's this glowing blue symbol of this tree where the branches are made out of lightning, and the base is strong, and the roots are made out of lightning coursing downwards as well. And then it solidifies into more of a matte blue on your chest.
Wow, that's a sick tattoo.
And he goes, and now I will
Check me out.
Dang.
and now I will bind you all. And he moves his hand like this, and a piece of your tattoo shoots out into your comrades, and they have it on the same location, but smaller. And he goes, well, I mean, outside of roleplay, you have lightning resistance passively, and everyone else can activate the symbol for lightning resistance for a minute.
Me.
And it comes back every long rest. You also have the ability to summon him once a week, or summon his power, and you don't yet know what that entails.
We have a god's power. We've met a god. So we fought angels.
You hear just inside of your mind this light cackle as it fades off, sounding like Rahum,
Is it
as
once?
though he's trolling you.
Rummy, your mic's not. It doesn't seem on. Gotta find that person with the blue crystal feather.
Fat lady. I think she was fat.
The blue-feathered girl?
Or was she not? Was she not fat? I thought it was one of the ladies was fat.
She was not fat.
Hmm.
She was not fat.
Hmm. Heavy set.
I think I approached her. I
Heavy
got
set.
turned
No, you
down.
tried.
Yeah, I got turned down.
Okay, yeah. And yeah, Rahum says,
Unfortunately, I cannot go with you. I must stay here, and I will assist Teraphim in rejuvenating this land for you all. I would make haste. I would warn the city, and then be off as soon as you can.
Did Teraphim pay us?
No, we haven't completed anything.
Well, I mean,
And
aren't
Teraf-
they taking over?
Teraphim goes, business has obviously been a little, not great lately.
You need money.
I will pay you as soon as it picks up, which will happen as soon as this guy helps me get this place all back to the way it was before.
So
Can I write up a contract?
Yeah, sure.
It's just
I
gonna-
do still have my family heirloom that I promised you. And I must let you all know that you have done a magnificent job.
if one of those words paid the bills. But they don't, so
I should not have to pay any of your bills. You've done
I
nothing.
don't have any bills for you to pay, but I've done quite a bit. I followed you around, which is my time.
That's great. I've got stalkers that deserve more than you then.
No,
That's right.
not-
I have stalkers.
What?
Okay,
You
let's.
mean Tim?
Yeah,
maybe
all
we
right.
should get on with it.
Seems like there's some tension.
Tim, the stalker.
I'm gonna.
Well, I'm
write on a
getting
piece
paid
of
for that.
paper, like something like, I swear by all that is holy to pay Orin's obliterate as soon as I come into some money. Sign, Tariff.
Magical contracts.
And
That's what
then-
I specialize in.
and-
I'll just write this up in no time.
No, she has to prick her finger and sign it in blood. And we will sign it in blood as well.
This blood magic.
Slit my wrist.
Ancient contract. Blood contract are you writing up here?
A simple one. Just to make sure your word is your bond. Unless you plan to not pay us.
Of course I will pay
Well,
you.
then prick your finger and sign the paper.
She conjures up a thorn vine that wraps around her hand, and she just clenches her fist while looking you in the eye, as you can
It's a
see
bit
blood running
excessive.
down, and then she just signs her name like that while keeping eye contact with you the entire time.
I'm gonna
Just
like go
there.
like this and like, I have to dry this out. Can't put this in my jacket just yet because of your excessive drama.
I'm not the one who wrote up a blood contract.
I'm gonna roll it up and put it in my jacket.
When
Or my
does
cloak.
she die?
Huh?
When does she die?
When
You
does she
die if you
I
don't
know.
pay it in a certain amount of time. So
That wasn't a part of the contract, was it?
Didn't read the fine print, now
Yeah.
did you?
You didn't. Should have looked closer. We'll be on our way then.
And you see her sit down as you guys descend the Titanus Shambler. Teraphim follows you, and she opens up the closest tree that has enough mass to be able to fit you guys inside. And she goes, I need to stay behind and make sure this is taken care of. You will have your money. But again, I cannot thank you enough for helping me bring stability to this land. It means more than you know. Now go. Find Kunbara and try and save King Triandal if you can. I fear he's more valuable than we know right now.
Okay, dokie.
It's you guys going through. And as you guys end up in her private sanctum, inside of her shop, the tree
Stealth
behind
check and
you.
I steal shit.
Huh?
Stealth and I
There's
steal shit.
nothing in this shop. It's she
I steal the spider
she
webs.
held off until the very last potion which she gave you, and she was not lying about. Her shop is empty. It was whittled down when you guys first met, and now it's just like kind of depressingly you see a web on one of the shelves start to form, and yeah, she's not doing too hot.
Oh no.
Come on, let's find this Kunbara.
Should we put a couple coins in her jar?
No, let's go.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm gonna put 2 gold pieces on her table.
And you hear "Ha!" as she's sticking out of the tree and pointing at you, and she goes, "I'm just kidding. It doesn't happen."
I was literally like, taking
You
that
do
shit
care.
back. It wasn't me.
As you guys walk out of her shop, with the
I have no emotions.
quest of still finding the cure for King Triandal, or preparing the city for his inevitable demise, and to find Kunbara for the next step of your adventure. That is where we will leave off.
We did it. We completed a task and got assigned a new
I know,
one.
look how much stuff we completed.
Look at that. And it only took us a whole 3 hours.
That was pretty fucking good. I actually did not expect that you would try and convince the Storm Peril Elemental to go get the other stone.
Yeah, I thought that was
That
going to be
was
a really
Cat's
good
idea.
boss battle. I was like, here we go.
I was like, oh god, this is.
If you had failed that, by the way, if you had not gotten something close to a natural 20, Hercheck would have died.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's see.
Every time.
Close. Ooh.
Rummy cannot wait.
Wow.
Just go right in there. Just
Ooh.
walk right into that.
Take your
electricity.
time. Take your time.
Blood.
Go ahead. Go walk into this puddle of lava, wherever it is.
Tons of blood.
Rain blood.
Okay, so we should do the outro.
Yeah.
With that, catch us next week, SASANS, and see what Orin's Obliterate is up to next time on SASANS and Dragons. As always, until fate next brings us together, and never stop playing video games.
We're going to change it every time.
Video
war.
Things.
Killed
Video
the
role
radio
playing.
star.
D and Doomed.
Roll videos.
Ta-ta.
You know,
Ciao.
everything you're doing is being mirrored into your screen right there, and it's kind of disturbing.
What?
All right, can you guys press stop
Oh,
on those as
that's
quickly
even
as possible
weirder.
and at the same time?